like to introduce you to Mike van Straaten. He's the boss, the owner, the CEO of Verimark. I got to know him as a schoolboy when he came to the college. He was in matric when I started teaching. Came from Burgersdorp. He was a very good athlete and a rugby player. And
wouldn't say so.
That was when thin people could still play rugby, not just brutes. It's a privilege to introduce him to you. He's become a very, very successful businessman. That little black Fiat you saw downstairs, that's his car.
Guys, warm welcome at Verimark. You're in our training room here. We've put through literally thousands of people, learning them the basic skills of training. I also want to use the opportunity to thank the organizers of your Dream School for inviting me to participate. It's really an honor. Thank you very much. Guys, when I was phoned by Johan and asked, listen, do you want to participate? Obviously, I weren't fully aware of who is Dream School. And he explained to me that everybody here in our group today, unfortunately, did not pass their matric. And more so, they had to make a choice now. Do they redo the matric or not, or they're uncertain? And as a matter of interest, we have decided definitely not to do it. Okay, that is reassuring. We've decided we're still a bit unsure, which is understandable. Anybody unsure here? Well, it looks like my talk is over. Thank you. Now today, I talk to you as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, but also as a concerned individual, wanting to make sure that you actually go to that next level. My goal really for today is to convince all of you to rewrite your exam or to redo it. I think we've already made a lot of progress. If I see how many people have decided during the shoot of this program to redo their matrics, and that is really exciting. Life is a journey, as you can see on the board there. It is not simple. You're going to have that odd little hiccup there, the odd hiccup there. That is part of life. It is setbacks, as I defined them. But it doesn't mean when that happens that you say, okay guys, this is the end of my career or my life or my business. You try again and you reactivate it, and that's really what life is about. I joined Verimark 34 years ago. I was initially the financial director as I qualified as a CA, but I quickly learned that there is more. In a small firm like this, you can't just be a financial guy. You've got to really sell. You've got to learn how to talk to people, etc., etc. The last 22 years, I was the CEO or the managing director of Verimark, and I also are very, very involved still in product development and in the marketing area. I just want you to split those the journey of myself up. There was the preparation, and then it's your job career itself, as you can see on the screen there. So it's all part to prepare yourself academically for your job stroke career. All right. Now, a quick summary of Verimark. I don't think there's many people in the room here today, or the viewers out there, that do not understand what Verimark, where we're coming from. But we opened our doors in 1977. It's now 38 years ago, with a staff of 2 and a dream. And that is what I liked when I heard about the Dream School. This wording we've used for years and years, that we also had a dream to bring the best innovations, the best products to the South African consumer. Looking back 38 years later, Verimark reached a staff of about 1,300 people today. And we're really proud that we've lived that dream. In fact, we excelled way beyond what we set out in the beginning we want to achieve. We've become one of South Africa's most trusted brand names and recognized brands. We're market leader in our particular industry, and we also listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Verimark has actually become the international benchmark of this particular business model that we do. Now guys, besides all the products that we do, we've really pioneered many business concepts as well. I'm going to show you just a few quick of them. Verimark started really with in-store demonstrators. People like yourself said, listen, I must earn money for the holiday or to go and pay for some expenses. And we've really helped a lot of people to earn money enough to put them through school or varsity, you understand. After that, we clearly had also Verimark pioneered home exercise equipment, training in your own home. People traditionally trained in gyms at the point in time, and those days we convinced them that you can train in your own house. The product that we have developed, and we develop and patent a lot of products. I don't want to go into too much detail there, but that product was rated, the one on the screen, as the best home gym in Germany many years ago. Right, that was all about Verimark, but more important, let's get back to yourself sitting here today. There's a lot of similarities of business and your personal life, and I need to just quickly touch on it. Challenges. There will be challenges. For example, the exchange rate went against Verimark. Stock doesn't arrive. But in your personal situation, it is like not passing matric. What now? You understand? Or grade 10. There will also be setbacks. You understand? Sometimes, as I said, there's nothing you can do about it. But let us retry and work harder to achieve that in business as well as in your personal life. You can't just sit back and say, listen, okay, I've done now my matric or my schooling. What next? You've got to reinvent yourself. You've got to really improve yourself all the time. Doesn't matter whether you are 15 or 20 or 30 or 50. That is still very much part of being successful today. Right, guys, there's obviously many other expenses. I've just touched on a few which I thought was relevant for our discussion here today. And it brings me really back to say, guys, where are you going to go? And I'm excited to say what I've heard today is that at least you could see the benefit of going back and redoing that, because you need to make money to improve your life standard. And I think I can really graphically illustrate it very much like that. You, without the matric, you're going to have your earnings potential is a lot less. When you get that matric, there is never guarantees. I don't want to mislead you here today, but there's never guarantee, but you have a better chance, as it will have as you go to the post-matric or do a diploma or another speciality of your choice where you can do it. And it's all for bettering your lifestyle.
I just wanted to know, what is your one step to success? Like your most, like the thing that's in your heart the most to get success?
I wish it was as simple as just one, and I think that's what you're hoping for as well. There is no simple answer, but I think if I can summarize a few of the things that I think is critical, is really you need to have passion. You really need to live, and you also want to have that aspiration to always improve yourself. Never accept that where I am now is okay. You understand? You need to always take that extra level. It does take a lot of hard work. I must say, if I think of the hours that somebody like myself still put into the business, and my team, full credit to them. I mean, it was not possible without them. But really, it's a lot of hard work, you understand, and trying to take it all that time to that next level. Just to close off then, guys, if I can just finish off, really, as I said, I really appreciate it. It really comes from my heart to say, listen, guys, don't stop there where you are. Take it every time to that next level. All of you sitting in front of me. And if I also can move one person today that did not want to complete their matric to do it, whether it's yourself in this group or whether it's the TV viewers out there, I have achieved why I participated in this thing. If I can do it one person, I have achieved. And I also hope it will not be one person, it hopefully will be hundreds or preferably thousands. Right.
Thank you, mate. We appreciate very much what you've done and what you've said to these kids. Everything gives them hope, and that's what the Dream School is all about. They must continue and they must be successful. We can't just stop tomorrow or Friday or Saturday. We have to continue. Thank you very much and good luck with everything.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for the eats and the coffee. And the
okay, no, please.
Yes. Mine is going to be 10 times bigger.
Nice.
Hoe kunnen mensen zo'n dingen maken? Raak je die goed zelf of krijg je mensen met ander bezig?
This is obviously where all our stocks is, where we keep all our stocks, and they are stacked up. At any point in time, we know exactly how many units of a broom or a pan is there, and that is where we, have it all done. Clearly, to send out, I don't know how many parcels do we send out or consignments?
We do over 85,000 shipments a year.
Oh,
Currently, this facility is 10,500 square square meters. This racking space at this any given time. At any given time, we will store over 6,000 pallet spaces.
Do you experience like stolen goods here?
I saw somebody walking. No.
Well, the good news is, in the last 2 years, I don't think I've heard of it in the industry, but we run on a 0.0001 stock loss percentage against stock holding.
I have a problem with silences when I was young.
Is it?
Yes, so
I'm going to track down here.
I had taxi before.
You see, we were looking at a Lamborghini just now, and then we had to snap back to reality.
Yeah.